What's going on, everybody? Almost Evil 33 here, and today I have another Medal of Honor 2010 gameplay commentary for you guys, and I think you guys are going to really enjoy this one. It's a Dawago Camp double feature. I got two different gameplays from Dawago Camp here. Both of them are relatively old, but I think you're going to like one round more than the other, but both of them are pretty entertaining, so enjoy the background gameplay here. So the topic that I'm going to talk about, as you could probably guess, is Clan Wars and Drama on the Xbox 360. Now, on my last video, I asked you guys if you wanted to hear about the Clan Wars and Drama from Xbox, and I got a really big positive response on that, so I'm kind of pleasantly surprised, and now you guys wanted to hear about it, so here you go. I'm going to talk all about it. So I have a list here of all the clans that were involved in the Xbox 360 Clan Wars, and I'm not talking about today, because I'm just going to get that out of the way right away, because those are not the real Clan Wars. We have a few clans right now like Honor and Epic and like STG, but these clans were not around back then. And there's too many people who are in them that weren't even involved in the Clan Wars back in, I don't know, last year, 2010, 2011. So I'm not even going to include them because they're a bunch of fakers. But some of them do include the players that used to play back then. So I do give them some credit, but that's not what I'm talking about here today. I'm just going to talk about the clans that were around back then, and that there used to be a lot of crap that went down. So I'm just going to talk about that. So when Medal of Honor 2010 first came out in October of 2010, people started playing the game, and a few guys started to get really good at it. So a couple of guys, ex-Ninja Poodles, and the longtime best player in the world on Xbox, ex-Stir-Fried-X, who really was a pretty big camper, but that's beside the point. So those two guys, Sergeant Rivera 17 and Starless 360, started playing Medal of Honor together in October and November of 2010, and they got really good, and then they made a little clan called Quit. Now, they weren't really doing anything too serious, just being better than everybody else, and I don't know if they dropped any cruise missiles back then, because back then cruise missiles were a rarity. Like, nobody got them. It was pretty ridiculous. Like, people thought they were so good at the game if they just got a Hellfire missile. Things have changed so much. But regardless of that, these three guys, or four guys, started playing, and they made their own clan. Now, after a while, they started fighting, and they kind of split up a little bit. Ex-Ninja Poodles created his clan named Quit, and he brought Starless 360 along with him. And Stir-Fried went off to make his own clan called SOL, and Sergeant Rivera went off to do whatever. I don't think he even joined a clan. So they kind of just split up a little bit. So in the meanwhile, Ninja Poodles is recruiting a ton of different people for Quit. He found some really good players along the line, and as the months went on, the clan got better and better. I mean, he picked up players with a ton of skill level, who dropped lots of cruise missiles and things like that. So it was pretty crazy. Now, meanwhile, while all this was going on, I was in combat missions sniping in Helmand Valley to get cruise missiles. So I figure I'll take this time to talk about the combat mission clans. Now, these clans didn't really argue that much. We weren't really having a lot of drama and backstabbing that I'm going to talk about in a few minutes. But we did, have some nice clan matches, and we always hated the other guys. So the clans that were involved in combat mission were MOHK, DOA, Mad H, Maz, and One Shot Killer OSK. So I was in Maz, and we used to be a main sniper clan. DOA was a main sniper clan, except they also had like their own organized system. So if you were DOA 1, if that was your clan tag, then you were an assault. If DOA 2 is your clan tag, you were a sniper. So they had more organization and structure than we did, but that didn't really matter. They were a good clan, but most of them just sniped in the back the whole time. And Mad H was pretty good. They sniped a lot, and OSK, I'm not really sure. I think they were mostly assaults, but they sniped a bit too, I think. Not really sure. It's hard to kind of remember. It was a while back. So after I kind of got bored of combat mission and sniping for cruise missiles, I got asked by Ninja Poodles to join Quit. And I think he had just asked me based on my KD, which is really high because I dropped a lot of cruise missiles, and I got crazy KDs like 80 and 2 and things like that in combat mission. So he asked me to join his clan and play Sector Control and Team Assault with them. So I decided to do it, and I kind of ditched my clan Maz, and I ended up joining Quit, and I had a great time there. But what I didn't realize was that Ninja Poodles was a very... I don't even know how to explain it. He was someone who took advantage of you. He was a brainwasher. Yet, I liked him, and we were friends. It's weird. I really don't know how to explain it. It's really odd. And he was somebody who loved drama. The drama all cycled around Ninja Poodles. And the reason is because he started most of it. It's very strange. He wanted people to be fighting around him. He loved it. He lived off that. He fed off people being pissed off at each other. It's kind of ridiculous, but it's the truth, and that's how he was. He brainwashed people into thinking that he was the best and that everybody else sucked, and most importantly, he brainwashed people, everyone in his clan, into thinking that every other clan hated them. So he brainwashed me into thinking that SOA, who are actually some of the nicest guys that I've ever talked to, he brainwashed me into thinking that they were dicks and that they hated me. And the truth was, I ended up talking to them, and they were really nice. They were mostly European guys. So he ended up making his clan break up, and Starless 360 and Mager and a few other guys went and formed Edge, and they were basically the clan that took all the people that got sick of Quit. And I ended up joining Edge after a while as well. And now, this is where the drama started. So the clans that were involved at this point in time were Quit, 2RTA, which was formed by Udam Ho and One to Rule Them All, and we used to make fun of them, even when I was in Quit and Edge. We used to always make fun of them because they picked up so many people. Like, they would take people who weren't even good at the game and put them in the clan. Like, if you were above 4,000 skill level, 2RTA would be knocking on your door. So we used to say that they recruited in the Home Depot parking lot. It was pretty funny. And they were never that good of a clan. They had so many members, but they were never any good. And we always dropped cruise missiles on them and chased them out of lobbies. It was a good time. But regardless, they were pretty obnoxious, and they thought they were good. There were a ton of clan matches. Poodles used to send messages to people, and in Edge, when Mager, who was an ex-Marine, received a message from Poodles saying that he wasn't a real Marine, he's weak, he's fake, he's a pussy, things like that, people started to get really pissed off, and then everybody started to hate Poodles. He ended up getting kicked out of Quit and formed Envy, and all the meanwhile, we hate all these other clans. AOT, formed by Scooby Snacks 45, Rhoda, which was a sector control clan who used to always go on the mountain on Kunar base, and we hated them for that. FMI, SOL, SOA, who were Europeans, they were really good. They moved to Battlefield 3. iPro, I didn't really come in contact with that much. Hado, OSK, TUT, and Khan. And there were just so many clans that it was hard to wrap your head around it. It was unbelievable. And we used to have matches with these guys, and most of them today, unfortunately, don't really have any real members anymore. A lot of them moved and switched games. It's pretty sad, and I'm hoping to see some of them come back in Warfighter, because the drama was pretty funny. And like I said, it revolved around people who shared a common interest for Medal of Honor. And the thing about Medal of Honor was, it was such a tight-knit community, and there weren't that many people playing it, but there were enough people to form different clans, and that everybody would know each other, and that everybody would hate each other. And Ninja Poodles loved it, and he basked in it. And it's funny because I hated Ninja Poodles for a long time after I left Quit, but we've been talking lately, sort of, and we're like neutral. We're not friends. We're not enemies. You know, he still has a huge ego saying that nobody could drop a cruise missile on him, and I really want to change that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave me a thumbs up. It really helps me out a lot, and a comment would be greatly appreciated too. And subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hopefully you guys enjoyed listening to the clan drama on Xbox 360, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace!